Hello and welcome to my Elite Dangerous, the day-to-day grind, prime time grind all the time. Yeah, it is. 11.041. So we need like 8.85, 86, something like that. Well, we continue to grind it out. It's the day-to-day grind, prime time grind. Just like we mentioned. If you look up there, it says May the 9th. It's fixing to go to May 10th. Do you know May the 11th is Beta 2 fleet carriers again? Or Beta 2 fleet carriers and then fleet carriers again. Something like that. Check out my personal fleet carrier, my first look Beta 1. It's a whole series. The first time that we got the fleet carrier, well, we're going to take it again. It was a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to it. We're going to go to Planetary. We're going to pick up the fleet carrier. And then we're going to go to Myanmar, which is right next door to Beta Hydra. And we're going to take the cutter, the cargo, or create a cargo version. Because there's plenty of cargo racks at Edmondson High. So we'll probably take the travel version and then swap it with cargo racks and start delivering tritium. That's what Frontier says. The pronunciation of it is tritium, not tritium, tritium. So we're going to leave about 30%, maybe up to 50% in the fuel tank of tritium. That way, if any of you want to donate tritium, you can. And then we're going to put 16,000 tons of tritium in storage. So we'll have plenty of fuel to go wherever we want to go. Because from Beta 1 to Beta 2, tritium goes twice as far on the same amount of tritium. So that's pretty cool. The upkeep cost will be 85.5% less in Beta 2 than it was in Beta 1. Services will be 35 to 45% less from Beta 1 to Beta 2. Toward the end of Beta 2, there's going to be a blowout sale on fleet carriers. You know, you can buy a fleet carrier for 1 million credits. Stay tuned, we'll let you know. They said toward the end of Beta 2, so it's about 2.5 weeks, a little less than 2.5 weeks. So it's probably in that half at the end. My guess, just guessing. We'll see. But you'll get to buy one. You'll get to play with it. So will everybody else all at the same time. That will be fun at those stations like Planetary, or those systems that we pick them up at. They'll be everywhere. And I should be back at near Sothis with mine. And they said, well, you can sell yours and buy another one. No, it'll be crazy. So nope, not doing that. So then taking it back right outside Sothis. And we might do some traveling. Traveling, man. Yeah, it'll be fun. And then we also heard, unfortunately, the new era content that was scheduled for December has been delayed into 2021. What we expect that to be is the space legs, the planetary personal bases, and landing on planets with atmospheres. It's going to be delayed. Well, fleet carriers were delayed. First beta supposed to came out in November 2019. Didn't wind up coming out until April 2020. So it's pretty common. If they give you a date, add 6 months. That's probably about what it's going to take before you see that content, if you see it then. Like fleet carriers, they've been talking about this for like 3 years. And finally, so it takes Frontier a while to get content out. I guess they're spending more on that Animal World or whatever and Jurassic Park thing than they do on Elite Dangerous. So, okay, well, we need to go back to Sothis Mining, pick up a load, deliver that. It needs to be about 8.86, somewhere in there. So let's get started. Says left. And we have a destination. So before we leave, if you would look to the bottom right corner of your video, you'll see a subscribe button. Doesn't cost you anything. You get informed when I create more videos and I talk about the news of the day for Elite Dangerous. But eventually it'll help me with YouTube. So please press that subscribe button. Underneath the video, in the description, at the bottom of that, you'll find ways to donate. Please donate. And underneath the video to the left, you'll see my YouTube channel page where there's over 640 more videos for you to watch that were created just since the beginning of January. Does that dude even have a life? No, not really. Create 640 videos. I just take you along with me. We just go. We just grind it. We just buy fleet carriers and things like that, and 4 cutters and 4 pythons for support ships for our fleet carrier. Yeah, that dude's crazy. Yeah, I'm crazy. So, and I would really like to have a better graphics card. I have a Radeon Vega 64, and I am pushing that thing to its limits. So if you're interested in helping us with a better graphics card than a Radeon Vega 64, in the About section of my YouTube channel page, you'll see an email, a contact email in that About section. Send me an email, tell me you want to send me one. Something that's greater than a Radeon Vega 64. And I have the Oculus Rift S. It's 4K. Well, there's several 8Ks out there. I can't afford nothing. Creating these videos and creating a place to store them is just killing our finances. So if you'd like to help us with 8K VR, and we put 4+ terabyte Seagates in our drive array. We can handle 24, and we do have spaces left. So if you want to supply Seagate 4 terabyte or more, that would really help us out. And I'm sure I could think of plenty. Just send me an email, ask, and just make suggestions of what you could help us out with, and we'll talk about it. And so let's get going. We need to pick up a load. And you'll be able to donate tritium into our RG-FC. And it'll be in the same place normally that it was in Beta 1. So you can check out Beta 1 and see where we were located, because that's where we'll probably be.
Landing gear retracted.
Detach confirmed. You may leave when ready.
Except for when we go on an excursion. We'll take the fleet carrier with us, like going to Dab's Hope and going to, we'll probably visit engineers in June when we buy one.
Clearing a flight path for departure.
So probably just back and forth to Dab's Hope and back to the Sothis area. We might go to Edmondson High if we use up too much tritium, because I'm planning to spend everything I have during Beta 2. We're just going to spend it, because what you do in Beta stays in Beta, so it doesn't affect your live account. You spend every dime, every credit. and it doesn't affect your life count.
Security scans on approach.
Drive charging.
And we had a crash. Crash and burn. Boom. We had to bring it back
4,
up.
3, 2, 1. Engage.
And the apologists would always say, it never crashes. It's perfect. Everything in Elite Dangerous is perfect. No, it's not. And it does crash. And the throttle does stick in Super Cruise. And there's like 7 interdictions in a single Super Cruise run. And mission critical message when you're trying to look at missions, and it throws you out of the mission, throws you up to the top of the board. Yeah. It's not perfect. There's plenty of problems. And that's probably I get very few, but I get a few negative thumbs down. And it's probably those that are apologists for Frontier. That they can't do anything wrong. They're just perfect. There's no issues in the game whatsoever. There is. There's plenty of issues. They can ask me, I'll spell it out for them. I'll give them plenty of issues. I'm always putting their issues on the forum, so I could look at my post and they'll know everything that I think's wrong with it. There's plenty of things wrong with it. But my Oculus Rift loses tracking. That's a big problem too. So my complaint's not just with Elite Dangerous, it's with Oculus and Voice Attack, since I have to tell it like 3 times sometimes a command before it finally gets it. I don't know what kind of music it's listening to or something, or where its mind's at, but it's certainly not in listening. So the Voice Attack, its ears don't work. That's what my wife would always say to the kids. Your ears don't work. Yep, Voice Attack's ears don't work. Sis left. Plenty of problems to go around with this stuff. We're going to pick up a load, deliver it to New Dawn, and come back to Sothis Mining, and that will complete this video. Make sure you watch those asteroid mining videos we did prior to the set today. Actually, that was a lot of fun. We took the cutter out on all of them, and it performed very well. I didn't run into any asteroids. What a deal. It performed magnificently, and we got to the 500 tons that Celine Jean said we had mined. You didn't have to deliver it to her, but you had to mine it. And we received a mail. You got mail. And it told us that we had an invitation to Celine Jean. That worked out pretty good. Sis left.
Docking request granted.
Sis up. Now we only have to mine 10 pay nights. I think I said 50 during the videos. No, it's 10. We could actually do that. I want to wait till we get the fleet
Landing gear
carrier because I
deployed.
can store the paynite on the fleet carrier until I'm ready to deliver it. And then we can take the fleet carrier and all the ships and have all their armor maxed to grade 5 plus experimental. So that's the idea.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
So in June, when we buy the fleet carrier, we will be collecting some paynite to store on the fleet carrier. We only have to have 10 tons of it. So first, what we do, because we're only going to New Dawn, so we're looking for gold and platinum, or palladium, not platinum. Going to New Dawn. And that's it. When we really run low, we take silver too, but it just doesn't pay as good. Palladium is the best one. That's what we'd really like to be collecting. There's not always palladium, or enough palladium. And we're only going to New Dawn. We're testing this out. It's worked pretty good. We might not be making as much per load as we could have. But New Dawn is much easier to fly into. Okay, sis left. Sis left. We need 8.8 million. So this one alone would do it. Boom delivery 180 palladium. That one alone will do it. Because that's 10.5, almost 10.5 million by itself. So we can take around 100 is all we got room for. 84 would help of palladium. And then if there's some little 2s and 3s, we could take those. I think I've delivered all of those. Okay. Take some more of that one. That we
Cargo
haven't filled
hold
up yet.
at maximum capacity.
Okay. So let's get ourselves to New Dawn. Sis left. Sis left. Like I said, sometimes it don't listen. So I have a complaint there too. Going to New Dawn, where we'll hit that 11.050 plus. Now we have a destination. Let's go deliver this. And I think I've only had 3 interdictions, no more than that. So there's a lot of benefits of just delivering to one location.
Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines in.
And when I only have 3 interdictions and not 7, I don't go on as many
frameshift
rants.
drive charging.
So you probably like that. You probably like it that I don't go on as many rants. So this has been a pretty good deal. To just go to New Dawn.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
And we have over 11 billion. It's plenty for the fleet carrier as of now, so. But cargo running, we get our best best view counts on cargo missions. So we can't stop cargo missions because you guys seem to enjoy watching them. So we'll always do the cargo missions, but we'll also do the excursions like the asteroid mining and the cutter excursion. And I've been watching some of the expert asteroid miners. Maybe incorporate a little bit more of what they do. We, from one of our listeners, was told that we probably shouldn't use the pulse wave, and I stopped using it for a little bit and then I went back to it. But this is kind of what he was talking about. So we're going to kind of try that some more. But we hit our goal of the 500 tons of ore. So I'm kind of happy with that. And we make 99.9% of all our credits delivering stacked cargo missions here at Sothis and Ceos. So. And we're already to 11 billion. I would like to have 10 billion after we purchase the fleet carrier and put money in the balance and all that kind of stuff. So I would like to do that. So really I have time before the next content comes because we thought it would be in December. But then Frontier announced it would be into 2021, so we have time to get back to 10. We're not in a super hurry. See, I think that was only 3. Sis left. And if I could get just a little better at asteroid mining, you know, maybe that would help with the credits too. But asteroid mining for me is kind of like fishing. I do it for fun. I don't do it to fill up the freezer. It's kind of where I'm at with asteroid mining. See how far New Dawn Station is from the planet? I really like that. It's harder for the pirates to throw me into the planet when it's further out from it. So there's a lot of positives about just running missions to New Dawn. Yeah, I have to take some silver every once in a while, and it doesn't pay as well, but probably keeps me from ranting as much, so that's probably a good thing.
Romeo Golf, India. You're clear for approach, Commander.
Sis left.
Request and enjoy your stay.
But if you guys would rather me rant than not rant, put that in the comment then. No, we like your rants. I really doubt that though. I think you'll like that I don't rant as much. So maybe this is a good thing.
Authorization cleared. Proceed to landing pad 3-5. You are go for automated docking. Enjoy the ride, Commander.
But through June or July, I think we're good on credits. I mean, you can always use credits, because then we could just use the fleet carrier and go everywhere in the fleet carrier. Take all our stuff with us all the time. I mean, that's the idea. I like that. And I like that they extended the fuel efficiency of tritium. That's the Frontier says we should call it tritium. not tritium. So, okay, call it tritium then.
Landing gear deployed.
And in Beta 1, if you were in debt after 4 weeks, they would decommission your
Touchdown
fleet
sequence
carrier.
complete. Power down your engines. Station facilities are at your disposal, Commander.
Well, now it's 10 weeks. And you get the whole $5 billion back if they decommission your fleet carrier because you couldn't pay the bills. So that was positive news. Now, if you just want to sell your fleet carrier and you're not behind on your upkeep, then you'll lose $1 billion. So it would be better to let it go into debt for 10 weeks. Say pay it all, but maybe $1 million of it. Always be behind by $1 million for 10 weeks, and they'll decommission your fleet carrier and then give you your complete $5 billion, probably, and the services activation costs, and hopefully, and all of that. See, we're 11.054 so far. That is pretty cool. Okay, sys right. We'll just make sure. Sys right. Sys right. I mean, it's like, how many times do I have to say it? Sys left. See, people used to ask me, what program do you use to use voice? They don't ask that anymore. It's probably because I have to ask it too many times. I need to change the prefix to Goofus. Let's get back to Sothis mining, and that will conclude this video. So make sure you look in the bottom right hand corner of the video and press that subscribe button. Doesn't cost you anything. You get notified when I create more videos, and eventually it'll help me with YouTube.
Landing gear retracted.
Docking clamps retracted. Regulate speed until outside the exclusion zone.
See, when I'm able to get to the minimum subscriber numbers, it'll help me with YouTube. At the moment, I'm not even close to the minimum subscriber numbers. So I need your help. Underneath the video, there's ways to donate. Please consider donating. We need lots of donations. And underneath the video to the left, you'll see my YouTube channel page, GFM_RDG, where there's over 640 videos from some crazy person.
4,
Yeah,
3,
I'm crazy.
2, 1, engage.
Create that many videos since January. And I get no funding at all. So I was like, what's wrong with that person? Yeah, that's why I ask myself all the time, what is wrong with me? I'm hoping someday it's not a waste of my time. Right now, it's kind of a waste of my time. But you guys can help keep it from being such a waste of my time by subscribing and donating and watching more of my videos. I do appreciate all of those that have subscribed, though. because if you guys hadn't subscribed, if I didn't have the subscriber numbers I do have, I'd say forget it, because it's not worth it. It takes up way too much time. And I'm just hoping someday I can talk the rest of you into subscribing. I have about 500 viewers every week. Unique ones, new ones, or different ones. And if I could just get you guys, the ones that haven't subscribed, to subscribe, yeah, that would be awesome. Just don't know what I can say. I just don't know what I can do. Try to create as much content as absolutely possible. Sis left. It seems like it's really hard to get people to subscribe, even though it's free. It don't cost you anything, but for some reason it's tough to get people to click that subscribe button. I'm not discounting those that did press it, though. I appreciate every one of them. And everybody that comments, good and bad. So, all I can say is I'm doing the best I can. Can I be forgetful? Oh, yeah. And it's good that that some of you correct me when I'm wrong, because I will go look at and make sure, but I'll admit, if I go check it out and it says I was wrong, I'm going to tell you I was wrong. Like on the fleet carriers, the blowout price of $1 million, I said $1 billion. I guess my mind just could not grasp that they would blow it out at $1 million per fleet carrier in the Beta 2. It was just such a shock, I guess. Well, we're going to end this video here at Sothis Mining. Appreciate you coming along. Sis left.
Docking request granted.
Please go with me again. Watch more of my videos. We'll probably go out to Dab's Hope and Jameson Crash Site. We'll probably do all of our skimmer and stinger hunting at Dab's Hope. It seems to do better there than at Jameson Crash Site. So we'll probably just... Oh, okay. Whatever. You see that guy? He almost hit us. They're always almost hitting us. I don't know what the deal is with these crazy drivers. So, come along with us again.
Engines disengaged.
And I'll edit and publish this video, and that will probably be it for the day. So I do appreciate you coming by and watching the video, and I hopefully you'll watch some more. So until next time, thank you for watching.